Welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalie, and today I wanted to take you through my current journal ecosystem and a couple of new journals I'm starting for fall 2025. So we're going to start with the journals that I use every day. So this is my daily stack. So these two kind of like go everywhere with me, but the rest of them stay like on my bedside table. So the first one is my habit tracker notebook. This one, I changed my habits. I moved my habits into a separate journal starting in 2025 because I just felt like I don't really bullet journal and I need like a habit tracker, and I wanted that to be completely separate so that I could talk about my habits in the same space and have it just solely be about habits. So I started off this year by doing like a quarterly and doing it very like intricate. So this is like my walking and steps. So I have weeks 1 to 13, so like the first quarter of the year, and then I did colored dots. I used like the Ohuhu dotted markers and just dotted things based on the day, and did a couple of like signifiers and things like that, and I really liked that. I used it. I was obsessed with it. I used it every day, and I had so many different trackers, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I had um yeah, so I had this one and these, and then I did like an evening tracker and evening meditation, reading, and then spirituality and hobbies. And then I kind of did the same thing for the second quarter, and I have like a little flip out for like a point system I did for like my evening routine. But now it's a lot more chill. I really liked keeping up with all of it, but nowadays I just do like a simply weekly tracker, and then I leave space to write about it. So this was the other week, and then the next week. So I just have like my morning routine and my evening routine, and then I'll write a little bit about it. This is the current week we're on, so I still have to finish this, and then today is Sunday, so I'll set up I'll set up this week tonight, but I just don't know what color I want to do yet, so I haven't set that up yet. And then we have my stream of conscious journal. So this is my like morning pages, daily journal where I just write whatever's on my mind. This one I really wanted to set up the beginning of the journal so that it would like motivate me to write. So I put pictures that make me feel like inspired to write, and I wrote like a poem about writing, what writing means to me and why I write. And then the second page is a collage, and then another poem, and then the rest of it is just like my writing. And so I filled up until like here. Yeah, so I filled up until here, and then I still have like this much to go, and I'm trying to finish it by the end of the year, but I don't want to like rush too much. If I don't finish it, I guess it's okay, but I really want to write more in the fall, in the next coming months. So I want to make this like a daily habit so that I can finish the journal and then start a new one in January. But there's no need to do that. You don't have to do that. Moving on. My next journal is about my eating habits. I recently started this one. This one I set up like a 4-year journal. So there's 4 boxes. So this is an example. So this is a like half the page is a day, and the other half of the page is the next day, and then next day, and there's 4 boxes. So I don't have to fill it in every day, but I want to fill it in every day. I'm still getting in the habit. This is still like new to me, and I have like prompts at the back, but the basic thing that I'm like answering in this journal is like, what did I eat today, and did it align with my goals, and how did it make me feel overall? Like, how do I wish I ate that day? How does my body feel from what I ate, basically? And then this one is kind of the same concept with like the 4-year thing, but it's all about like my money mindset. So like if I spent money that day, what did I spend it on? Was it alignment with my goals? Did I like make money? Like what did I think about money? Like money feels safe with me. Like I have like these affirmations like, oh, I got paid and this is how it felt. And so yeah, so this is a great example of what it would look like if I was filling it in every day, and I'm trying to fill it in every day. So I'm just finished filling in the first box on each like day, and then next year I'll go and I'll fill in this box, and so on and so forth. And this one has prompts as well. So for this one, I did money mindset prompts. So like, what limiting beliefs about money came up today? What new beliefs do I want to embody? What did I receive? And it pops up. I left a space here so that I could add more prompts. And then these ones are affirmational prompts like, I felt financially supported because it lights me up that money allows me to da da da, like just like sentence starters for like affirmational things about money. And then I have kind of going based off of that. No, I also have another journal that I'm starting soon. This is more so my like shadow work journal, kind of specific to like abundance or like what beliefs are like limiting you from having the life you want, kind of like mainly around money, but also, oh, this light is probably very annoying. Also just kind of like limiting beliefs that are preventing me from having the life I want. So this one I am starting soon. I love the cover of this, and I love that like it screams shadow work to me. So I can't wait to dive into this one, but this one is new. This is a new edition, and I want to do a lot more with it in the next coming months. Okay, so moving on, I have my spirituality journal. This is like my daily spiritual. I have like so many different spiritual journals, like you'll see when we go through them, but this one is set up as a 5-year journal. So kind of, so like this. So same sort of concept. It's like I'll fill in this one and then keep going with the days and then do it every year. But this one is mainly like I'm answering questions like, how did you connect with yourself today? How did you take care of yourself today? What is your soul craving? What does like alignment feel like today? And I have prompts for this one as well. So like self-care prompts, and then soul connection, and then higher self, and then universe. So like, how did you connect with the universe today, or like messages from the universe? And I will use like dotted markers, and I'll just put like that dot, and then I'll put like the number that it corresponds to. Let me see if I can find an example. So for this one, I put a purple dot, and I put like the number 2 to signify that I did the second prompt in connecting with the universe. I love this one. I think this is one like that I'm most like proud of and the most like nourishing. I feel like, but also I love this next one. This one is like I didn't feel like I love it as much as I do, but this one I call it my 10-year because it's going to hold 10 years worth of memories, but it's my memory journal. So I made it this year. So I just did like a cover page, and then I did a letter to myself. So I have like a little envelope there with a letter that I'm going to read 10 years from now. And then I have like 10 boxes here for like my word of the year, and then like my intention for the year. And it's just nice to see like how things will change over 10 years. It's a little bit hard to maneuver because I don't want anything to be ruined with the spiral. But anyway, so like this is an example of like some days that I filled out. So I'm just filling out the top part, and then this is a day. So like this is 10 boxes for over 10 years. And then so I just like that I can kind of like come back to it, answer it here, and see my response from like before. But this one is mainly to answer the prompt, what's one positive thing that happened today. But I do have, again, same thing with my prompt. Like I have like a lot of prompts that I have used. So it's like numbers 1 to 10, and then like a bunch of different colors. And then I'll just write the number and then the color. And I'm doing that for all of my like 4-year, 5-year journals. I feel like the whole point of my 4-year, 5-year was so that I could look back and see how I felt that day a year ago or 2 years ago. But I wanted not a lot of space because I don't want it to be so much pressure that I have to fill it in every day. And I love that it's like theme specific and like there's prompts to guide me, and I don't have to write out the prompt. I can just like do the little signifier, and then I know exactly like what prompt I'm answering. So those ones have been really fun for me, and I'm definitely enjoying them. I try to use them every day. The 10-year, I've been really good about using it every day. I literally think I only missed one day this year, but the rest of them have been good so far. And then obviously, like I said, this eating habit one is a new addition, and this money mindset one is a new addition. I made these ones in about August. I started, so they are new, and I haven't gotten to the habit of using them every day. But when I use my memory log, then it reminds me, and I'm keeping them by my bed so that it does remind me. But it's not supposed to be like this pressure thing. It's supposed to just be there for me, because I think that like some days I won't even think about food. Like I ate fine, I have nothing much to say, and like I didn't spend any money, so I have nothing to say. So sometimes I don't fill it in, but it's just nice to like acknowledge like how did your body feel today and what was your mindset around money today, if anything. So those are those journals. There are so many journals on my desk right now. Okay, moving on. I think we're gonna do these ones because these ones are a little bit easier to explain. So this one is super cute. This is a B6. I started it this year. It's just memories with me and my partner. So I'm not going to do a flip through or anything, but it's just like little moments, or actually, maybe I'll just show you this one because he gave me a card for Valentine's Day. So I put that in, and it looks cute. I did like a February. Where is it? I did like the spread. So cute. Yeah, so it's just like pink and red themed, and then I'll write things that like little jokes and things like that, and memories that I want to look back on with my partner. So then the next journal I have is my content creation journal. So this it's it's literally just like text. Like there's nothing really special about what's in it, but basically when I started doing social media again, I wanted a journal to keep me like grounded and on track, and like give me some sort of like stability. So like the purpose, like why am I doing this, my mindset about it, my goals and strategies, my overall like message I want to have, my content pillars, and then it goes into my content pillars, and like different formats, things I want to try, physical journaling versus digital journaling, like hooks, captions, CTAs, all that stuff, like just giving me some information so that when I'm posting, I'm not like posting from a blank space, like a blank page. So it's easy for me to reference that whenever I'm creating content. So then the next journal I have is simply just a task journal. So this is just a spiral journal with lines, and I'll just write down what I want to do that day and check it off. Super simple. I love having a separate journal for this because I don't do a task list every day, and I don't feel like I have to do certain tasks on certain days. So I can just go back to that task list and check it off. So like I'll make a bunch of different task lists all like for the day, and either weekly, lately it's been monthly, but at the end of every month I'll just go through and see if there's anything that hasn't been done, and then put it on one page for the next month, and then keep doing my tasks. So it's really easy to just like kind of keep it like a running task flow and not do any sort of like bullet journaling. Like it's literally just tasks. So that's that one. And then I have, I guess this one is my square journal from Archer and Olive. I got it at the beginning of the year, and I really thought that it was going to kind of like jumpstart my love for bullet journaling again. I haven't bullet journaled since I was in high school, when I used to bullet journal a lot, like all the time, every day, constantly. Always watching YouTube videos about it because I was obsessed. But it didn't ever like stick or really like work for me. Like as you can see, I am the kind of person who has a lot of different thoughts in my head, and I need them separated and organized, and I need them to have like a specific spot so that when I reach for that journal, it's that specific type of writing or idea or concept. Like I'm always talking about that one specific topic with that specific journal. So I've never tried a square journal before, and I thought it would be really fun to try, and I liked it, and then I didn't like it, and I was like, I don't know how to use this. But recently I picked it back up, and I tried to do a weekly spread, So I think that I will come back to this when I'm busy enough to need like a weekly spread. Again, it's kind of just tasks and a little bit of notes. So I just like still wasn't sure how to like utilize all of the space. Like I even tried again and then it was just like blank and like I'm not busy enough to need and then I did this spread and then I left it alone after. So this one was my September spread and I just didn't keep up with it. So like they're fun to make, but I don't use them as much as I wish I did. I love doing like, because for this one I did like a this week and I had some prompts there and I really liked that. I usually do my like weekly resets in my digital planner that I made, and just like answer like weekly prompts, like kind of like how did last week go, but then how do you want this week to go? What's your intention, your mindset, affirmation, things like that. What are the habits you want to focus on the most? How do you know you'll be successful? But I usually like doing that on my iPad. So I tried to like move it into here. It didn't really work out for me so well, but I guess I'm just like not not busy enough to need that. So I'll pick it back up if I need another weekly. But the square journal, I mean, I was kind of just playing around with the sizing of it, and maybe it'll come in handy for something else eventually. So getting into my spiritual journals. So this is my stack of spiritual journals. So this one is a B6. This one is my meditation journal. So every time I meditate, I will just write notes about how the meditation session went, how long I meditated, if I learned anything, gained any insight, or if I just wanted to like write something down that I thought of while I was meditating that could help me meditate deeper next time. So it's just words. It's just words on paper. Like I said, that I used my mala bracelet and I did one round and how I used it, and like I'll put affirmations or mantras that I want to like say while I'm meditating to help me meditate. And yeah, I haven't used it in a while. I tend to only get like super like meditative and into my meditation practice in the fall and winter months. So I'm looking forward to picking this back up again. That's why it's not in my daily pile right now, but for fall and winter, ideally it will be in my daily pile. So going based off that, this one is my yoga journal. So I usually like to do a couple minutes of meditating and then a little bit of yoga, depending on the day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 30, whatever. So this journal I wanted to have like some resources for so that I could keep sequences in there and like note down any of my favorite exercises or things I want to do more. And I wanted to be able to write like when I did yoga, what felt tight. So, okay, so a couple of the first pages are reference pages and like title pages. Like, I just love how I set this one up, and it's got like some quotes about yoga, what yoga means to me. All of these are just printed off of Pinterest. Um, so shout out to whoever created this art, beautiful. And I put butterflies because I love butterflies, and then I put this one I made in Canva, but this one is from Pinterest. So just like the laws of yoga and how to practice somatic yoga and benefits of yoga. So like just a bunch of reference pages that are stuck together, and then I have monthly reflect monthly reflection questions and journal prompts, and then I have like favorite poses. I haven't filled this one out yet. Favorite transitions, favorite videos, and then like poses I want to master. I haven't filled those out yet. Exercises to do more, and my goals, my ideal flow. So this one is still a work in progress, but then it just goes into kind of like it's kind of stream of conscious, like what only about my yoga practice, answering some prompts, and then I like to separate my entries with little stars. So I do that in like every journal that I have. And yeah, so like this session, like this is what I did today, and I used this video and I really like this video. Um, and then I'm craving this kind of sequence, and like these are the exercises I wanted to do, and if I did them or not. Yeah. So love my yoga journal. So then the next journal I have is a recent edition. I got this journal in July, and I just like had to have it as soon as I saw it, and I knew exactly what I was going to use it for because this is the missing link, I feel like, in my ecosystem. Is like, this is my manifestation journal. So this is the journal I'll use to do any like scripting writing or like affirmational writing, or like what does an ideal day in my life look and feel like. So it's literally just words on paper, which is what we love. And yeah, so it's just like I'm living out my dreams. This is what it feels like, or like affirmations of like the way I want to think and the way I want to feel, and like kind of like thoughts that are already there, but I just want to like focus and hone in on them so that they're like always in my subconscious mind. Like just like nice affirmations, nice kind things I can say to myself to that I can reread, and like that I want to hear. Maybe I can like um good things gravitate towards me. I'm allowed to enjoy my life. Life is meant to be pleasurable. It's in my nature to feel joy. Like, literally, just like, even if I don't fully believe the sentence, like, it is kind of a little bit like, oh, I don't know if that is really true. But if I'm writing it over and over again, then my subconscious mind will like start to be like a little bit more comfortable with those beliefs. Like, yeah, you're allowed to feel joy. So that one's really, really good for any like subconscious work as well. And then I have my beliefs journal. Like, I feel like that's what I would call it, is my beliefs. This is like my why I believe what I believe. Like, there's sometimes people will like talk about things that I feel very, very passionate about, that I'm like, I don't believe that, and here's why. And I just needed an outlet for that. Like, so that, maybe if I reread this, I'm like, oh, this is why I believe what I believe. Like, these are my core values and my morals, and like, this is what I stand on. This is my foundation of like who I really am and what I really. So like, yeah, my philosophy on life. So yeah, I really like this one. I just have the first page, which has like a little pocket, and then how to use this journal. And then I'm probably going to put some sort of thing here. I don't know yet. But yeah, and then I'll just write like just words on paper, what I believe and why I believe that, and why I believe that it's healthy for me to believe that. So yeah. And then I have this one is one that I started this year, but I have a little bit of like a block with this journal because it's so pretty, for one. Like, it is gorgeous. It's like transcendent or whatever. Um, but this journal is for my alignment and like connecting to my higher self journal. So like, this journal I'll use to answer prompts like, what does alignment feel like? What does connecting with my higher self feel like? Who is my higher self? How am I already behaving as my higher self? What would a day look like if my higher self was like in complete control? Things like that. So it is a little bit personal. I might be able to show it one day, but that's that journal, my alignment slash higher self journal. Then I have my moon journal. So this one is the one that I just answer prompts about like the new moon and the full moon. I don't think that I will ever journal for like the waning crescent or like waxing gibbous or like any of the other phases, first quarter, last quarter. I think I'm always going to keep it to like the new moon or the full moon. This one I started and I really liked it, but at the same time, I kept trying to like fill the whole page because here, let me show, I didn't like just like the blank white lines. So I actually have a journal coming in the mail from Archer and Olive, the one that they just released that has black paper, because I think I'm gonna really, really enjoy that way more for my moon journaling. I used to moon journal just on my iPad, but I recently moved it to a more physical journal, and I wanted it to be this one because it's cute. It's a B6. It's the same size as this one, B6. But I think I'm gonna like the other journal a lot more, so I'm excited to see how I play around with the black paper, especially because I just got new acrylic pens that work on black paper, so I'm really excited for that. Okay, last two, I promise. Actually, no. So I have four more, and then I'll be done. So these two go hand in hand. So this journal and this journal. So these are, I just call them my tarot journals. But this one is like a reference journal that's like, it has like moon journaling, like how to moon journal, what is moon magic, astrology, like zodiac. I have astrology dice that I like to use sometimes in my readings. So I will reference this journal, like what does it mean? Because I'm still trying to learn like the symbols of the planets and like the houses and things like that because I'm still kind of like new to that. So everything like reference wise goes in here so that I can just open the journal and flip to the page and be like, what does this mean and what does that mean? So I'm going to try to put like meanings of tarot cards in here as well, especially because like if I pull two cards together, what do they mean when they're together? Like I want to know those things and have like an easy reference journal for that. And then this one going along with that is just like I got my tarot cards or my oracle cards. So what do I think those cards mean? So like my interpretation of the cards, and then after I read what it actually means, like the difference or like the similarities between those. And so I'll just write again. This is just words on paper. So yes, so those two go hand in hand. And then last two, so these ones are ones that I'm starting this fall, and I am already like just so excited about. They're blank right now, but these are essentially like my, I guess you would call it commonplace, but I've never journaled like this before. So I'm just like gonna let myself do whatever I want with this one. These ones are gonna be like the same kind of style where I want mainly like stickers and pictures and things like that. And like not a whole lot of writing. And if it is some writing, it's like pictures of text, I guess. So they are kind of the same, one and the same. So the mushroom one is going to be about what I've learned regarding like spirituality, like spiritual things I've learned, but it's always going to be like from an outside source, like little tidbits from like a podcast I listen to or something like that. Just quotes that I want to remember or like pictures I see online that are like spiritual, groovy, or whatever that I want to keep and look back on. And then this one is kind of similar, like podcasts I've listened to, but everything like what I've learned, like personal development and growth wise, so that I can reread this and like see what I've learned and see how I've grown. But it's again like things from an external source, not necessarily me. I might do a little bit of like reflection on it, like, oh, like here's what I learned and here's how it's helping me. I might, but I think I just want to like be able to go through it and see all the pictures and cute little like quotes and things I've seen that people post. So yeah, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21 journals that I swear I use consistently. So yeah, anyway, so this is my journal ecosystem. I know it's a lot, but I definitely benefit from having more journals that I can pick and choose from when I'm in the mood. So you definitely don't need this many journals, but if you want this many journals, go for it. Like life is too short. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.